Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. And you know how I oft say that sugar is the gateway drug? Yeah, it is. And sometimes people will say, sugar acts like a drug. When I eat it, I have to have more. And it's like, it doesn't act like a drug, it is a drug. It just happens to be a legal one that is edible. Our bodies weren't intended to be a portal with our mouths for drugs. It wasn't. And so as we eat our sugar, now think about how sugar comes, what it comes packed in besides the 6,000 items at the grocery store. Can you imagine? Can you name them? Do you know where sugar is hidden? It's everywhere. There are almost 60 names for it. It's not just sugar listed on the back of the label. It's maltose and dextrose and sucralose and all those other kinds of, horrible. And what they don't put in as sugar or its derivatives is an artificial chemical sugar. Horrible, horrible, horrible for our brain and our body. And guess what? Just like other drugs may loosen our inhibitions to do the right thing morally or physically, guess what? Sugar puts away any inhibitions that we might have about following a food plan. And like, think of an ice cream cone in the summer. You're going to get the grains in the cone. You're getting all that sugar. It lights up your brain because it is a drug, just like cocaine, and your body wants more. And because it's legal and it's everywhere, you can keep triggering, you can keep flaming your sugar addiction in your brain with most foods that you have. Salad dressings, cup of coffee. I think psychologically, even having the fake sugars, turns us on to eating more sugar. We've gotten so used to sweetened salad dressings and all the sweet that we put in our coffee these days. Yeah, it tastes good, but it keeps the cravings and the triggers going. And where does that get us? It gets us nowhere. It gets us never to that place that sometimes being on a keto or low-carb, high-fat food plan will get us. And it's natural. And things that used to taste normal to us, a regular candy bar, if you bit into it, if the most that you've been treating yourself is something like dark chocolate, then you get used to no sugar. Having something like that, you can taste the fake chocolate, all the sugar, the fake stuff, and it's not real, even though it's in your hands. It's called edible foods. That's what food manufacturers call it when they're sitting around the round table and they're coming up with yet another way to get you hooked into things. It's called an edible food, meaning that there's absolutely no nutrition in it and it won't kill you. Ha ha ha! But there's nothing in it for you. It's just chemicals, garbage, grains, and fake sugar, all that. It's just crap, and you want to stay away from it. It's very hard to. Look at barbecue sauce. That's become a very sweetened event as well. And because we're so used to all of this sugar, it's our new norm. I mean, just think of a regular dinner. Is there sugar hidden in a lot of those things that you're having? Well, there could be. If you're having barbecued ribs, yes, the barbecue sauce. Or barbecued chicken. Or any of the things that you see every day, begging you to eat them. When I have my lunch, and the only sweet I have is a little bit of that white chocolate that I have in my fat bomb. And it is just a little bit. And it is once or twice a week. And that is it. and a half a tablespoon of Zyla in my afternoon bulletproof latte and in my morning bulletproof latte. And a half a tablespoon of Zyla. And we're talking, the morning latte is close to 30 ounces. So between the coffee and the almond coconut milk. Right here, you want some? And so, it's not sugar. It is not spiking my blood sugar, which is the important point. And it might not be important if you're young and you're used to having a very high sugared food plan. But as you get older and things stop metabolizing the way that they used to anyway, and you don't wake up with diabetes, I always say this. It starts younger and younger now, and it's one day at a time. And your body just, first you're packing on the pounds, your lab work doesn't look good, the doctor says you need to watch it. Of course, he doesn't teach you how, because he'll give you a pill if you don't watch it, and then if worse comes to worse, you'll end up with an insulin needle, right? And so you don't wake up with diabetes. You invite it into your body often, not the kind that you inherit, but it can be controlled. And unfortunately, the medical profession doesn't do that great of a job of teaching somebody how to prevent it, much less what to do once they have it. And pre-diabetic doesn't mean, phew, I escaped that bullet. Just means you're on your way. So you don't want to get there, because if you're lucky, you do get to get older, and you want to be as vibrant as you possibly can be. And trust me, my energy was the same all the way through until like 61, 62. And then I started to slow down. And you can see people my age all over the place that are more than slowed down. They are as close to incapacitated as they can be because they haven't taken care of themselves. Food is medicine, and medicine is food. Sugar is a gateway drug, a gateway to more. So be very mindful. Flip that puppy over. Do the research online. If you've opted to get a feed into like your email account or your YouTube account, where things come in, where people are doing little podcasts or writing articles about sugar or about all the different names of sugar or about what the sugar does to your body once it's inside of your body, your organs get exhausted. And with the standard American diet, which is sad, I mean, how perfect is that? With the standard American diet, you're just flooding your body every single day with sugar, with grains you don't need, with edible food that's not nutritious. The difference between a Pop-Tart, the difference between white bread, a white English muffin, one of those egg sandwiches from one of the drive-thrus, at least there's an egg on it, but is it pasture-raised or organic? Doubtful. Is the bacon uncured? Doubtful. So you're getting a package of chemicals wrapped in aluminum wrapping paper so it stays hot. And it's the same when you go for lunch or dinner at the drive-thrus. Nutrition isn't part of the deal. Sugar and sodium and fat, not the good kinds of fat, are part of the deal. And even getting those sliced apples for your kids at these drive-thrus. Yes, the apple is a much BBC better bad choice. It's wonderful. But read what they treat those apples with so they stay unbrowned. There's a reason fruit doesn't turn brown today. They're treating it. They're doing all kinds of things in the lab, so by the time it grows, it's not your grandmother's apple off the tree. So just be aware of these things and shop organic when you can. Read about the Dirty Dozen of the fruits and vegetables that you should buy organic if you have the extra bucks. It's a slow learning process. We come out of the hole and let the light shine on our food plan. with our choices. You know, we learn to ditch the iceberg lettuce. We learn to embrace the romaine and the all the other darker, leafier vegetables, and then moving all the way up to things like kale and spinach. You can even put those things in a smoothie, and yes, you can't taste them. It is amazing. So learn how to get unaddicted to sugar and all of the fake sugars out there, because your palate will eventually change and you will get used to a new a way of eating instead of a sad standard American diet way of eating. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Thanks for watching. What are you giving up today on your road to healthy and nutritious eating? Bye-bye for now.